If I focus on boards, CLAT will suffer. If I focus on CLAT, boards will suffer. If I don't join dummy school, I won't be able to crack CLAT. This is the most common questions that CLAT aspirants have to face while they are preparing for the exam and they don't know how to plan both the things together. Hi everyone, this is Raghav from NLTI, and today we are going to talk about how to manage boards and CLAT together. Boards and CLAT demand different types of thinking style. Boards reward finishing the syllabus, writing structured answers, and remembering what you studied exactly. CLAT, on the other hand, rewards thinking quickly, eliminating wrong options, and staying calm under pressure. When you switch between these two modes randomly on a daily basis, that is when your brain feels overloaded. The stress doesn't come from the exams itself, it comes from the switching. If we look at the recent CLAT papers, we see that from 2020 to 2024, the paper was increasingly CR driven, that is critical reasoning heavy. But from 2026, the paper was increasingly AR driven, that is analytical reasoning heavy. In analytical reasoning, we came across topics like setting arrangements, coding, decoding. These were the main types of questions that was asked in the CLAT exam 26. GK has been increasingly recall driven and not just passage based. So what does this exactly show? It shows that CLAT doesn't stick to just one pattern. If you abandon CLAT prep during boards and then start from scratch after the exams, you will have to rebuild every skill from scratch. That is when the real danger begins. So what is the one unique strategy that most students don't use? You don't need to prepare for CLAT and boards equally every day. Even 60 to 90 minutes of focused prep for CLAT is more than sufficient to clear the exam. If you study for 4 to 5 hours on a daily basis, then you should be dedicating 3 to 3.5 hours to your boards prep and 1 to 1.5 hours to your CLAT prep. During your exams, boards should be focusing on retention mode and CLAT should be focusing on skill maintenance mode. Now, what does this mean? It means that you don't need to learn new concepts or attempt new kind of questions while you're preparing for boards. You just need to maintain what you have been doing in the past months. Now, what can be your daily schedule? Your daily schedule can be doing one AR set in every 2-3 days, one critical reasoning passage on a daily basis, and 20 to 30 minutes dedicated for your GK revision. When the school exams begin, most of the students either stop the CLAT prep completely or they keep attempting mocks while being exhausted. I have to tell you that neither of this works. As I've told you before, during the school exams, CLAT should be just focused on maintenance. That is, you should be doing short reasoning practice, light GK revision, and maybe attempt 1 or 2 sectional tests on a weekly basis. So what's the one GK mistake that completely destroys your balance? Board students tend to overread. They think that more reading is equal to more security. But CLAT GK punishes passive reading. Now what you should be doing is stick to one source or one compendium that you trust. You don't need to hop between multiple PDFs. It will just confuse you. Apart from that, you should be attempting a sectional test on a weekly basis to basically recall everything what you've done. After the 2026 CLAT exam, many students panicked. This was primarily due to analytical reasoning becoming a heavy component of the exam. The students feared that now they will have to do heavy puzzles while managing boards at the same time. But that is not the case. The 2026 AR sets were mainly from 4 topics, that is blood relations, arrangements, scheduling, and your deductions. These 4 topics are basically framework based. You don't need to practice 2,000-3,000 sets for this. Just 6 to 10 sets from each of these topics on a weekly basis is more than sufficient for your AR. So what exactly makes managing CLAT and boards at the same time difficult for students? Number 1, too many sources. Students generally stick to 3 to 4 sources for GK. They join multiple coachings, but that just creates confusion and pressure on the students. Just stick to 1 or max to max 2 sources. That is also when the exam comes closer for your GK or for your mock test series. Number 2, random mock attempts without analysis. I've got to tell you that attempting a mock without analyzing it is is as good as not attempting it. If you don't know what you need to focus on, where are you lacking, then there is no need of attempting a mock. There is no use of attempting a mock. So you should thoroughly analyze your strengths and your weaknesses after each and every mock. You should maintain a logbook for all of the errors and go through it before attempting the next mock. So what's the honest conclusion? Yes, you can do both, but only if you stop treating CLAT like any other syllabus exam. Boards demand completion, CLAT demands calibration. If you protect school performance and keep the CLAT skills active instead of dormant during the school exams, then obviously you will be able to ace both CLAT and boards. This is it from my side. I hope you found the video valuable. See you on the other side.